Hey guys, this is BiXX. Welcome to Mentoring Monday. Last week I talked about the importance of being dependable, part 1. Today is part 2 of Are You Dependable? In other words, dependability. It's probably the single most important quality that you can possess that will determine how far you will go and how happy you can be in your life. In the first part, I mentioned the first of 3 methods that you can follow to become more dependable. In that first method, I discussed change your habits, and I outlined 6 steps and examples. And those 6 steps are: show up on time, respond to emails and messages quickly, fix your mistakes in a timely manner, deliver great work every time, delegate tasks when you need to, and be patient with yourself. So in today's topic, part 2, I'll talk about the other 2 methods. Okay, second method to becoming dependable is keeping your promise. Keeping your promises. What a concept, right? Only agree to do things that you know you can complete. Don't give up on another promise to take on a new one, because the first one's a promise. In the past, I've often taken on too much to do at one time. This stresses me out because I really want to be dependable. I'm bad about overcommitting, but when I do this, I just try to delegate and seek help to get things done. It's good to have a wife that's a taskmaster and helps you get stuff accomplished. Learn to say no. This is difficult for a lot of people, especially pleasers. When someone tells me no and they apologize, I usually tell them, hey, I'm impressed that you have the courage to say no, because it's not easy. The late Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, would often say we need to be extremely good at saying no so we can focus on things that are important. I have a saying, I'd rather turn you down than let you down. When you make a promise, write down your promises in a planner or put them in a schedule. You get the idea. I make a to-do list. I put deadlines on most of those tasks, and I'm constantly working from my to-do list. This is where I've set up folders in my emails to remember the promises and the deadlines that I make. Set SMART goals for yourself, and by SMART, I mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, because without the deadlines, they often don't get done. There's not a sense of priority. This is important. Cancel in advance when necessary, or if necessary. Sometimes things outside of our control prevent us from keeping our promises. When this happens, give the other person as much advance notice as possible. This way they can make other plans. The third and final method towards being dependable is you must be trustworthy. Big word, trustworthy. Sometimes with other people's behavior, I really struggle with this concept about not being trustworthy. I've always taken such great pride in being a trustworthy or a trusted resource, a voice of reason, someone that friends can come to for help or advice. I don't understand why some people just don't think this is important. It just really blows my mind sometimes. Sorry, but I'm very passionate about being trustworthy. My dad instilled this in me many times while growing up. The benefits are endless. Too many to discuss in this topic. But here are 6 examples of how to become trustworthy. Depend on others. Of course, you need to do your due diligence first. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Assuming you've done this, don't be afraid to ask other people for help. Life belongs to the askers. I say this all the time. You're putting your trust in other people to help you. And by doing this, you're empowering them to help you. Most good people feel great when they can help. I love to build teams. I take my time to try to find the right team members. Then I communicate the strategy and the plan, and I just get out of their way. I trust them to do the job. So to build trust, you must give trust. Trust is the foundation from which all great relationships are built. Build strong relationships with people. To develop trust over time, work on creating strong relationships with friends, colleagues, family members, and other loved ones. Be there when they need you, which is, pretty important. And celebrate their successes. Don't be envious. We all have our successes. Be happy for other people's successes. Help them celebrate. Be genuine about it. Having strong relationships shows people that others trust you. It also shows that you can develop long-term bonds and promises. Reach your goals. Reach your own goals. Consistency is an important way of expressing how reliable you are. You cannot just talk about doing things and then not follow through. When people see you set goals, following through and achieving those goals, then they'll admire you for your success. You'll give them motivation. You'll inspire them. And often they'll ask for help. Tell the truth when asked. If someone asks your opinion, give the honest truth. If you lie and they find out, they may no longer ask you for help or ask you to give them feedback, or they will violate the trust. Besides, it's hard to remember lies, and then the lies often never end. Sometimes when someone asks me for feedback and the feedback is not super positive, I'll ask the following question. Do you want me to tell you what you want to hear or what you need to hear? I get different answers on that one. But if they tell me they want me to tell them what they need to hear, I make sure that I'm honest, polite, and very constructive in my feedback. The next one is a no-no. Avoid gossiping and spreading rumors. How many people do we know that just love spreading rumors and gossiping? Well, gossiping is a major breach of trust. If someone tells you something and you're not sure about the confidentiality, ask them, can I tell so-and-so? Or do you need me to keep this in strict confidence? I've seen many relationships damaged due to trust violation and especially gossiping. Here's a big one. Respect others' personal property. If you borrow something, return it in the same or the better condition. If people can trust you with their possessions, they'll be more likely to let you borrow or use things in the future. Have you ever loaned something out to a friend and then forgot about it? And the friend never returned it? Then when you're looking for it, you remember you loaned it to that friend and they never gave it back. That's not a good feeling. It makes you not want to trust that friend or ever do anything for him again. The same goes for money. If someone loans you money, do your best to pay them back as soon as possible or within the agreed upon time frame. Let me talk a little further about the topic of money, especially the topic of lending money to friends. I've loaned a lot of money to friends over the years. I learned this pretty hard lesson, that most people who borrow money from friends, not all, but most, have the intention of paying you back, but they don't pay you back. They can't pay you back for the same reason they need to borrow money in the first place. And that reason is they can't manage their finances. They never have, and sadly, maybe they probably never will. So if you loan money to friends, don't loan what you cannot afford to give them as a gift. Maybe they need it more than you. In the cases where I've done it, I felt like they have. I've seen many friendships ruined because of money. So if you loan friends money, don't expect to get paid back. And if you do get paid back, bonus bucks. It's a bonus. It also says a lot about your friend that make a strong effort to pay you back. So I'm gonna say it again, and I was taught this a long time ago. If you cannot afford to lend money without its return, don't do the loan. Most of the time, you'll not get paid back, and especially if there's no collateral. That's why banks ask for collateral. They won't loan money without collateral. So personally, if I owe someone 1 penny, it bothers me, just kind of the way I was brought up. I won't forget it till I pay it back. So if I ask you for a loan, I'm kidding, but I just feel very strongly about this. All right, big topic. We just concluded 2 parts, also a very long topic. I can't think of one more important quality to work on improving than being dependable. Take some time to ask yourself this powerful question. Are you dependable? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not dependable at all, and 10 being very dependable. What's your score and why? It's not too late to improve. I hope I made you understand how important it is to be dependable, so you'll make it a priority to get better. For me, it's a constant battle, mostly when I overcommit and cannot handle everything. But the value of being dependable is very important to me, and it's always on my mind, so I make it a priority. Until next week, this is BiXX signing off, and remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers.